What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope everybody's doing good out there on this Thursday. I'm doing pretty good myself, except for being real sleepy. This is a rainy Thursday where I'm at right here, and oof, I'm telling you, wish I could just get back into bed. Well, we got some strange news right here. Apparently, I come across a story that's saying that kids who use cell phones are growing horns on their heads. That's right. You know, that's what the story says, and I was wondering if children are growing horns on their heads, teenagers or what have you, then what about adults? You know, uh, this thing with whatever these cell phones are doing to these teenagers is not good. I can tell you that. And they're talking about this 5 gig situation. You know what I mean? Well, if what we have now, as far as technology goes, is doing things like this and other unseen things that it's doing, we don't need no 5 gig. I can say that much. But to get into the story, and a story that seems like it comes from a bad party site that your boomer uncle would post on Facebook in an attempt to own the millennials. It appears that up to half of young people could be growing horns on the back of their heads because they spend too much time on their phones. Yes, seriously. This news comes from Australia, where researchers at the University of the Sunshine Coast note, also fake sounding, made the bizarre discovery while examining hundreds of x-rays of people aged between 18 and 30, finding almost half had developed bone growth. Oh man, that's not cool. Now, you might be tempted to believe this is some kind of divine or karmic punishment against those who give their lives to technology. But in fact, it's about something far more mundane posture. Whatever that, I don't see what posture got anything to do with growing bone spurs out your head. As far as, horns, that don't make sense to me. They're the kind of spurs normally seen in hunched over elderly people who subjected their bodies to long-term poor posture and significant stress loads on their bones. But the presence of the horn-like skull growth raised serious concerns about what extended use of phone is doing to young people's body. So y'all blaming this on the phones then. The findings actually emerged at the end of 2018, but were somehow kept under wraps until recently, when the media caught wind, including the BBC and the Washington Post, which says WAPO, delve into the specifics. New research in biochemics suggests that people are developing horn-like spikes at the back of their skulls, bone spurs caused by the forward tilt of the head, which shifts weight from the spine to the muscles at the back of the head, causing bone growth in the connection tendons and ligaments. The weight transfer that causes the buildup can be compared to the way the skin thickens into a callus as a response to pressure or abrasions. I'm not sure about this, man. Look, I'm not doubting what they're saying is true, but how do we actually know that it's caused by cell phones? They talking about bad posturing, then posturing is causing it. If that's the case, I think it's got something to do with their DNA. I don't think they're going to be able to blame this particular problem right here on black kids or black people. Just say that. The study looked subjects between 18 and 30 and found the strange growth occurred in 41% of those tested and ranged in size from 10 to 30 millimeters. They were also able to rule out genetics or injury as a cause of the horns. Okay. The growth represents musculoskeletal degeneration that result from long-term stress on the skeleton. And the theory is that the act of constantly looking down at a device accounts for the new prevalence in young people. The posture can be corrected without ditching the phones, according to the scientists who conducted the study, but without remedy the underlying cause. The fear is that young people could develop chronic pain and headaches at a young age, even though who are currently asthmatic. Okay, even those who are currently asthmatic. Yeah, I'm not buying this with the phones are causing this. I'm not. When you get in history, you'll find that Caucasians, for the most part, being their heritage and their DNA, they have certain, how can I say, prospects for these type of things to happen. Okay, simply because of their DNA being tainted by other entities, and that's putting it mildly. Okay, but it's one of those situations. I like to hear y'all thoughts on it. See y'all comments. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And this is James, and I'm out. Peace.